WOWT6. This is Heartland Focus.
Good morning, and welcome to Heartland Focus. I'm your host, Tim Clark, and we got a great show planned for you this morning. My man William King will be joining me. He's the founder and CEO of 95.7 The Boss, but more importantly, he's the founder of the Boss Awards. There's a lot going on. October, we kind of got that. We got the Halloween coming up. November is going to be more exciting. It's Thanksgiving. It's a season of thanks, but what I'm really excited about is Nebraska's champion, Terrence Bud Crawford, will be fighting in Vegas November 20th, and so I hope Nebraskans that we show up and really support our international renowned fighting champion Terrence Bud Crawford. Just like if we would show up for a Nebraska game in another city, I think we need to travel so people can know that we support our own. We support our own, and it makes good. It looks good for not only Terrence Bud Crawford, but also for really the marketing and public relations aspect of really supporting him as he continued to represent the state of Nebraska. So let's do that, you guys. That's November 20th. Is going to be, I believe, at the Mandalay Bay Casino in Las Vegas. He's going to be fighting, and so let's support that. There's a lot going on as we get ready for winterizing and not only our homes and yards and all that good stuff, but our bodies. And so for me, it's getting the flu shot, in which I can check that box. I'm going to be looking at probably in January getting my booster because I have some comorbidities and I'm compromised, so I think I'll be eligible to get the booster. But I think we got to do some self-care. And if you do not have what you can call a medical home, this is the perfect time to find you a doctor, find you a medical home, so that doctor and those medical services, they can get to know you as an individual, to understand your body in terms of mind and your body and what's happening. There's so many things that's going on, that's happening to us, that sometimes we don't even know the effects that it's having on us until it's almost too late. So you really have to have a team of people to help you process that. And so that's mental and behavioral therapy if you need it. There's a lot of mental and behavioral situations that's going on. I really, really encourage you to go and seek professional help. And if you know someone, maybe I'll do a show and for some of the symptoms. Maybe I'm hearing that a person is unfocused. Things are kind of blurry, cloudy, high stress, high anxiety. And so some of the things, you just can't get your tasks completed. And I have to, self-care. I ask you guys to be good to yourself. I need to be good to me. And so some of those things that I just said is happening to me. So I got to stop and look at the man in the mirror and really do that self-care for myself. And in terms of the challenges, I want to also send my prayers and condolences to the Johnson family. My wife is a Johnson, and it's been a very, very challenging year for them. We just laid to rest one of her older brothers, William Johnson, and then about earlier in the year, another brother passed away. So 2 brothers in 1 year, a brother-in-law and a sister-in-law, all in 1 year. And also my prayers go out to Gary Brown and his family as he is struggling with some medical challenges. And so prayers and lifting prayers for that family. So it's a season where we got to take care of each other. It's are you your brother's keeper, right? And so I think we got to figure out a way to do that more, reach out and really hug. And I know with the pandemic and COVID-19, but we can still get somebody a hug. We can feel the presence of someone that cares. And I think we got to look out for one another. There's a lot of things going on, and we got to do it unconditionally, not expecting anything in return. So that's the season that we have to take care of one another. This country is at a breaking point, and it's going to take people like yourselves, everybody daring to stand, daring to walk down that path where we do what's best in the best interest for the common good of humanity, and with purpose and passion, that for more than ourselves, but for the common good. And it's going to take courage. It's going to take commitment, sacrifice. Oh boy, it's going to take that. But I know we can. Yes, we can. We can do this. We can do this. Our fight is not with one another. The fight is with the enemy. And our challenge is creating that common ground. All right, on? So I'm going to bring on my man, William King. William King, welcome to Heartland Focus. I want to call you Professor King. You know, you got your bow tie on, you know, your glasses. You looking so intellectual. Not looking. That's just the look part. I know you possess those characteristics already. So I feel you. But man, welcome to Heartland Focus.
Man, I appreciate the hospitality. We've been doing this for a while, since 9th grade. So you giving me the assist now.
Yeah. So the folks that don't know, I know we're going to get down and talk about the Boss Awards, but a little bit of backdrop. You're the founder, principal, owner, and of 95.7 The Boss. Talk a little about the characteristics of that radio station and really mission, purpose, and what do you guys try to accomplish there, so folks can know how to reach you as well.
Well, actually 95.7 The Boss, as well as 1690 AM The One, is operated by Omaha Community Broadcasting, which is a 501c3. We're a nonprofit, and anytime someone support us, they can write it off on their taxes. So our main theme is to be the voice of the voiceless. Growing up in Hilltop Projects from a mother that couldn't read or write, that picked cotton for y'all for free, I made sure that coming home as a young lad, reading to her, that I didn't fail her.
Right on. And when you think about, I think about them really, with what's happening with the pandemic and so much of social injustice, that really communication devices and like community talk radio stations like yourself, you got the Malcolm X station, you have the gospel station. It is so important that we support, and especially all 3 of those entities that I just named, is it true that they're all 501c3 not-for-profit organizations, so they can accept donations?
Yes, well, yeah, all three stations work in harmony in regards to being nonprofits. And during the pandemic, as you mentioned, every door was closed. The church door was closed. Your door was closed. The office door was closed. The only door was open was the radio stations. And if you didn't have that conduit of information.
Now, what do you say? What doors was closed?
What do you say?
You said some doors were closed.
Yeah, other doors was closed during the pandemics, from the church to businesses. They were closed.
Yeah.
The only doors that were open were radio stations and TV stations.
Yeah.
By far, without a doubt.
Yeah.
Full time, 24 hours, 360. I don't know. I forgot how many seconds it's in a day, but we were on.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
And we're still on. And advocating, how the community should move, intelligently.
And one, I commend you for that, because I think that vehicle in terms of the radio was a safe, when you think about really how aggressive the COVID-19 was, in terms of just, it stopped the press when it comes to people gathering and things like that. And so I think the radio was just a really good vehicle, social media, and that was really what people chose to use. And I must say, the churches, although their doors were closed, a lot of the community organizations, they pivoted and did the kind of things to really begin to provide services and giveaways and on social media. Even I was going to, I really had bedside Baptist, because I was at church in my bed on my phone in terms of my pastor preaching and stuff. So, but I think the more importantly, what I wanted to make the point is that you guys were there. The radio stations were there, and particularly your station, I think, was just very, very dominant, as well as other stations. I mean, the gospel station, they had different talk shows and relevant information, but I think, we got to do what I'm asking our viewers really to look at. How do we continue to support community stations such as 95.7 The Boss? How can they do that? If folks wanted to support the stations, do they go to your website? How can they do it?
Well, they can call me personally, because, I'm a personal person. If they're going to, support us, I'd like to get to know the individual that's supporting us, and vice versa. So they can just give me a call. I make it real easy. Everybody don't have access to internet, and I'm in the internet business now. Everyone don't have that access. And so I learned a long time ago from Reverend Kelly that you don't forget to stick and shut in. And so even my mama had a home phone. And so call me at 402-714-6482. Or you can come down to the radio station. We're right in the heart of the community, right here at 24th and Lake, 2314 North 24th Street. Come to our station and just communicate. We have an open door policy. We actually love our neighbor here.
I love your open door policy to love thy neighbor. Hey, what we're gonna do? We're gonna take a short break, King, and then I want to spend a segment talking about the Boss Awards. Why are people so excited about this new award that's taking place in the Heartland? Let's talk about that, man. So hey, stay with me and come back, and we'll hear about this new award that people are talking about in the community. Is called the Boss Award. I'll be right back. Hey, welcome back to Heartland Focus. My guest, the boss, the one and only William King, 95.7 The Boss. Come boss with me. And AKA, I would say, love thy neighbor. That's just what it is. Hey, talk to me, King. What are we talking about, the Boss Award? Why is all this talk about, man, people are anticipating this is going to take place November 30th, I believe?
October 30th.
October 30th. So,
Yeah,
okay, well, talk to me.
well, the Boss Awards is the first of its kind in this area, recognizing the businesses from the Black diaspora. And we're being purposeful on that in order to, change the perception of not only North Omaha, but Black people in particular. We wanted to measure the intelligent wealth. We wanted to measure the business capacity by recognizing and compiling business information by businesses going on and registering on our website, 957fmtheboss.com. You can register your business there. The ultimate goal is to create a Black business diaspora directory where Black people can start doing business together. You can't do business if you don't know that we exist. And so our goal is to come together collectively and start doing business together. And then for those businesses that are ready to do, partnerships and work with the corporate America, they'll have that opportunity. I have a for-profit business, Media King Communication, where we built internet infrastructure in the poorest city in Nebraska, in Macy. And so that is a for-profit, and our goal is to make sure that we have the diversity even in our financial mechanism. And so
that's
the Boss Award is to recognize the businesses in our community. So those businesses can do business with corporate America. So I'm an MBE, Minority Business Enterprise. I got vetted by the Minority Mountain Plains Minority Supplier Diversity Council, and so I've been vetted, and so my
so that's good.
What you want to call it? I could do business with corporate America, from Major League Baseball to Dunn's Construction in Kansas City, to major corporations like Union Pacific here in Omaha. So for those businesses that's ready to go to that level, we need to identify them and then put them on a track ready to get their MBE certification, so they can get multi-year 6- and 7-figure contracts. So
nice. Well, hey, one of the things
we have to as elders create conduits of opportunity, not only for ourselves, but for the next generation. And this is the ultimate move. We have to do it collectively. Right now, we're just like a hand that's spread apart, and we have no strength, but by coming together, oh yeah, Black power.
That's right. That's right. I love that. I love that, King. Hey, just pause for a minute, man. Pause for
having our community, because we get up every day and go to work for someone else and bring commerce to them.
Yeah.
We want to start bringing commerce to ourselves and our children. Only way to do that, we got to come together.
I love it. Hey, King. You're killing it. Okay, your infomercial is working. But here's the thing, man. The Boss Awards. How can people? I mean, what's
they
the
go
web?
to 957fmtheboss.com. Nominate themselves. If you from a business from the Black diaspora, all you got to own is 51%. You can be partnered with anyone else. We don't mind you partner with other people, but you have to be the majority owner. So go on 957FM The Boss, register your business, and then we're gonna be opening up the voting Monday, so the community can vote on their favorite business.
So give me what's some of the categories? What's some of the categories? What? So this is just any business all over the place.
I mean, we got the categories for life. From auto mechanics to barbering to hospitals to schools. I mean, we got all kinds of disciplines over here. Charlesville, we got a hospital, baby. We do this for real.
Okay.
We got schools that train nurses and CNNs and LPNs. I mean, we have that capacity in here in North Omaha and around this community, but it's not being identified and recognized and celebrated. And so that's what we want to do.
I love that. I love that.
Start at 5 o'clock. 5 to 7, we're going to give our Boss Awards to the community. And then for those businesses that's been in business for 20, 30, 40, 50 years, we're going to give them an award. We're going to show some appreciation to our elders. You know what I mean? Without a doubt, baby.
How many, King, how many About how many black businesses do we have in Nebraska or in the Omaha area? What are we looking at? I mean, how many do we have?
I mean, people got different lists. I think the largest list I see is about 500, 400 something.
Okay.
What we're gonna do is add on to those current lists. Well, we're gonna share our data so we can get a real picture of the intelligence that we have in our community.
Okay. We're going to take a short break, and when we come back, I want to talk a little bit about some community things. So stay with me, King. And when we come back, let's talk about really what is going to take to pull the community together to take advantage of what's in front of us, as I see as once in a lifetime opportunity to really put the adequate resources to move some of our most stressed areas forward. Stay with me. I'll be right back. Hey, welcome back to Heartland Focus. You guys, the next segment, I really want to talk about, we have a lot in front of us as a state, city, county, and a community with our federal government looking at, infrastructure, this infrastructure bill, and the necessary resources and tools to help get the economy up and out. And what I challenge the mayor, the governor, the county commissioners to really take the opportunity to do sacrificial commitments to the most challenged areas, economically impoverished areas. This is an opportunity to send some real resources to help lift and get up and out some of those communities and individuals, to move them from working poor to jobs to careers, and creating this skill-based society, North Omaha and South Omaha. So my guest, William King, man, as you could hear, it's like game time. You're a former athlete. I mean, you used to be able to have some hops. I don't know if you still have it, but you know what grit and work and sacrifice it takes to get up and out. I'm calling for that kind of action for our community and politicians to come together and find common ground for common purpose and good.
Well, all three radio stations last night met, had some libation, and talked about our continuance of supporting this community, like I said, on a full-time basis. You're talking about the government and allocation of dollars in this infrastructure bill. The last infrastructure bill, the CARES 2 Act, I received over $250,000. Oh yeah, this a black kid from North Omaha from Hilltop Projects. But I had a plan. You gotta have a plan, man. And so I was able to implement that plan, got funded through the Department of Economic Development Office, through the governor office. And so the governor is putting his dollars where his mouth is. Yeah. And so now we got to continue to be prepared to get those next dollars that's coming down, because it's billions of dollars coming down. And so we got to have a plan.
Yeah. So when you think about the challenges, King, that's in front of us, I mean, what is your what should be the priorities for North Omaha in particular in terms of getting it up and out? What should be the priorities?
Well, I always you always respect the elders that have done it first, and so you go to them to see how it's done. You
only got one. You got 1 minute, man. You got 1 minute.
And so, of course, internet is important. Our goal is to build our own internet infrastructure like we did in Mason, Nebraska. As you see, this pandemic is going to continue. Communication tools are always necessary, so funding of the radio stations are also necessary. Because the people gotta be in the know during these times, and if they don't know, they will error. Yeah. And so internet access is going to be important, because education is the tool for our next generation. And if they don't have access to internet, affordable internet, then our next generation going to be behind. And it's going to be behind.
Right on. Man, hey, I got to leave it there, man. I want to say hi to your partner, your number one and your number ones, Brother Muhammad. I know he's somewhere around you, in terms of providing that in-depth wisdom and advice. That's one of your closest confidants. Oh,
We got a very small circle, Tim. We got a very small circle.
Yeah, right on, right on. Well, thank you for what you do to make a difference, and I look forward to coming on your show, and hopefully Brother Muhammad can join us where we can have an in-depth conversation about how do we move things forward in a positive vein and really make a difference in our community, man. It is time to just elevate the game. Right on?
Well, you know, it starts with business, baby. It starts with business. So make sure you
All
go
right.
to 957 FM, The Boss.
Let's go.
Register your business.
Right on. Hey, you guys, that's all for this episode of Heartland Focus. Make today the beginning of your best year. You do what it takes to lean forward. Go get it. Sometimes you got to take it. It's not going to come to you. You can't get it by being passive aggressive. Give somebody a hug, you guys, even if you got to do it from afar. But take the time to do your dance to your beat the way you want to do it. I'm your host, Tim Clark. Until next time, take the time to be good to yourself. It makes it so much easier to be good to others. I'm out. Until next time.